Holding a mysterious black liquid holds the power of nullifying the sound coming from the source the liquid touches. This object also comes from a specific entity. In this episode of the Backrooms Documentaries, I'll explain an object of the Backrooms called liquid silence. These objects make things very silent, as their name suggests. Without further ado, enjoy this episode. Object 17 of the Backrooms, also known as liquid silence, is a black liquid that can absorb all types of sound. The main and only source of liquid silence are scream eaters, or Entity 97, found in level 93 of the Backrooms. Liquid silence is also used to paralyze other entities in fear. As mentioned earlier, liquid silence is able to absorb sound, but how much sound does each particle contain? The particles are the actual contents that absorb the sound. Exactly 1 liter of liquid silence can hold 191 decibels of sound, which is around the same amount of sound comparable to a hand grenade. Once a specific amount of liquid silence has reached their limit on how much sound they can hold, they lose their sound absorbing abilities. If you power liquid silence with at least 1 volt of electricity, all of the sound that they hold instantly releases in one big bang, and if you disconnect the liquid silence from the electricity, they'll begin to absorb sound again. If liquid silence reaches an initial temperature of 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, they will form into a solid powder that looks like charcoal but appears more thick. Don't worry, it's still not useless, as it's still possible for it to absorb sound. Liquid silence is also capable of spreading fear to anyone and anything within a 20 to 30 meter radius. If you are closer than at least 1 meter towards liquid silence, you might feel mass hysteria. Anything that has been manufactured using liquid silence, however, has no effects. You can cover things like gloves, shoes, and other things that can cause noise to make them nearly silent. Things that are covered in liquid silence are actually very valuable when trading. You can also cover types of weaponry with liquid silence, such as crowbars, firearms, and other utilities. Smiler canisters can contain up to 89 liters of any liquid. The reason I say this is because liquid silence can be used as an explosive material, and when 89 liters of liquid silence is stored in a Smiler canister, and if it's charged with electricity, the sound dispensed from the liquid silence is comparable to 1 ton of TNT. Liquid silence is difficult to find, and they're only found from the remnants of scream eaters. Scream eaters are also very rare to find, even in their respective level 93. Scream eaters contain 40 to 50 liters of liquid silence alone. Therefore, liquid silence is rare and barely traded due to how rare it is. Large groups are more likely to have liquid silence than individual wanderers, and groups usually make things using this object, and then they trade in the products entirely. In summary, liquid silence is a void black liquid that has the power to absorb sound and can also be used to defend yourself against other entities in the Backrooms. That is it for this episode, and the next episode will explain level 51 of the Backrooms. Until then, I'll see you in the next episode.